What is up, YouTube guys? This is Tyler Bays, obviously. Um, so I was in an accident about 2 weeks ago, and I've had a lot of people ask me about what's going on. A lot of people will reach out to me regarding hope you heal, blah 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 blah, which is freaking awesome. It's fantastic. It's great. But just to clear the air, because I'm sick and tired of typing messages of what happened, yada 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 yada. I was at a gas station in Dallas, Texas, off of 8th Street, kind of Oak Cliff area. I have a job that's well, it started now, but it was supposed to start that day. This was about 7 o'clock in the morning. Parked at a gas station, parked at a pump. A guy that works for me parked in front of me about 15-ish feet away from me. And I was going to give him a key to a skid steer at another job site. Went over there, parked, got out, was there for like maybe 2 minutes. This homeless chick come up to me. She was like, "Hey, do you got any spare change?" I was like, "No, I don't." Then she went over to kind of by where my truck was parked at and asked the truck that was parked on the other side of the pump of where I was at if they had change. I'm assuming. She said something to him. Then she walked around the back side of my truck and disappeared for a second. Well, I was keeping an eye out because it was, I don't know, it was kind of sketchy. Then I saw my driver door fling open. And so then I bolted over there, took off running. Tried to get my keys out before she took off and did not succeed. She put my truck in drive and took off while I was hanging. I was up on the step of my truck and reached in. I was holding on to what I call the oh shit handle. It's just a little handle up here. Was holding on to that, reached over trying to grab the key. Well, she floored it and it threw me like in on top of her, but the door closed like on my legs, right? Because I'm still standing on the steps. And she yanked the wheel to the left as she floored it. And when that happened, it threw me in a little bit more on top of her. Well, when I looked up, we were headed straight for a brick wall. So it was on the driver's side, obviously, and I'll show a picture of the truck of what it looks like. And at that point, I had like 0.2 seconds to figure out what I wanted to do, and I felt as if I stayed smushed in the door, because the door was still closed on my leg, like it wasn't all the way closed, but I felt at that point if I stayed right there where I was at that I was for sure going to die, because we were going about 40 miles an hour and she was trying to kill me. Like, it's clear she was trying to kill me. She was going to try to smush me in that wall and then I guess drive off. I have no idea, but my reaction and my instinct told me to jump. So I tried to jump out, and obviously when you're going 40 miles an hour, there's a lot of wind on the door, and the door is freaking heavy. So you can't just like push the door open. So I had to put my right foot up on the driver's seat and like launch myself out. Well, when I did that, if I would have been able to jump when I knew I needed to jump, I wouldn't have hit the wall anyways. But since it took me a minute to actually get the door completely open for me to get out and not get ran over, I ended up hitting the ground like 5 feet to 10 feet away from this wall, and we were going 40 miles an hour. So like I hit the ground and rolled and ended up smoking the freaking wall anyways. And I was laying on the ground. I jumped up to try to, don't have any idea what, I just jumped up, and she jumped out of my truck at that point. She hit a pole, she had a stop sign after she hit that wall. And she got out and took off running. Well, like my instinct is, I'm gonna go catch this chick because she just stole my truck. Like, I'm not gonna let that happen. So I jumped up, took off running, and at that point I took 2 steps and then collapsed because I had a broken back. So I fractured my L1 vertebrae. It's like all the way through. It's pretty neat. I was in a brace, of which I cannot find, which is weird. I had to wear a brace. It basically came from here all the way down to my waist, and it like made me stand like straight, and it was terrible. And I had a hairline fracture in my left foot with a bunch of torn ligaments. My foot was like black and blue. Now it's green and yellowish. It's kind of weird. But I'm no longer wearing the brace for my back, and I'm no longer wearing the boot because I'm over that. I'm tired of it. So I laid there, and the ambulance got there and was like, what's going on? What's wrong? was like, I got a broken back and I'm like 90% sure my foot's broke. Like I can't move it and I can't stand up. And they were like, okay, blah, 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 blah. Basically they tried to tell me that my back wasn't broke and that if my back was broke, then I'd be in a lot more pain and yada, 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 yada. And I was like, no, I don't think you understand. Like I've broken ribs. I've had a lot of back issues in the past. My back's broke. Like I can't walk. Like it's not that it just hurts to walk. Like I'm like a freaking noodle. Like I had absolutely no control over my back. It was just basically like flopping back and forth. Like it was crazy. I don't know. There was no stability there whatsoever. And so they like asked me, they were like, well, if we help you up, can you walk to the ambulance? I was like, well, like you're gonna have to basically carry me, but yeah, if you'll help me up, like I'll do my best to walk. So they helped me, and then I used them as a crutch to walk to the ambulance. I went to Dallas Methodist Hospital, which I think is an absolutely terrible hospital. I was there for 2 hours before they administered any kind of pain relieving medication whatsoever. So I just laid in the hospital bed for 2 hours and was just chilling. And they came in and asked me some questions, yada, yada, yada. I've said that a lot, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, doesn't matter. 2 hours in, they give me some morphine, and that like did absolutely nothing for me. So if you ever have a broken back, ask for something stronger than morphine. I don't even know if there is anything stronger than morphine, but it doesn't do anything for me. So then like 30 minutes later, they give me some more, and then like an hour later, they give me some more. And like at no point did that bring me any relief whatsoever. So I'm terrified. I got to the hospital probably like 7:45. All this went down like 7 o'clock in the morning. I left the hospital at like 6, I think, 6:30 maybe. It was pretty much terrible. Pretty much, yeah. I had to crutch around for a while. I live on a second floor of an apartment, and I had to crutch up the stairs because like even like everybody was there. My family, everybody in my family was there, and like they can't carry me because I have a broken back. So like there was no getting up the stairs unless I like crutched up them. It was pretty much terrible. But long story short, here we are, about 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks since the accident. My truck is totaled, by the way. I'll show a picture, I'll drop it somewhere, of the x-ray of my back, which is pretty neat. I'm standing, I cannot bend. It's not that I'm like not trying, it's just that I can't bend. So I have to go to a neurologist. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. Then I gotta go to the neurologist after that, and then we'll see what kind of tasks are next. The hospital told me I'm more than likely gonna have to go through physical therapy, which is okay, it's fine, it's whatever. I've lost about 10 pounds since the accident. I was weighing about 164, 163, 165, right around in there now. This morning I weighed 150.3 pounds or some shit like that. So I've lost quite a bit of weight. It's okay, it's cool. Once I get back into the gym, I will be starting basically with a blank canvas. So that's awesome. At least I get to do a little bit of, I guess, I don't know. But I really don't know how that's a positive, but it's a positive. So I'm excited about it. I'm just excited about getting back into the gym. I was bulking. Now I'm gonna just get as completely shredded as I possibly can because I'm already small. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna document like this whole thing, the whole comeback and the whole doctor visits. Well, obviously probably not in the actual doctor visits because I doubt they let me do that. But I'm gonna video basically the whole thing moving forward. I think it'll be pretty cool to kind of share it with y'all and hopefully maybe give some inspiration, motivation to somebody else that might be going through something similar. I very much hope that nobody breaks their back that I know, or anybody for that matter, because it's extremely painful. For the record, I did not cry. No, I did not cry one tear. The only time I cried was crutching up the stairs, and I didn't bawl or nothing like that. Tears were just rolling down my face because it was the same night, and it hurt so bad. And yeah, so broke foot, broke back, no tears. I won. So yeah. But anyways, if y'all like what y'all heard, or like y'all are interested in any of it whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me, or just subscribe and check out the rest of this. So yeah, thank y'all very much. I appreciate it, and thank y'all all for reaching out to me. Y'all keep killing it.